Watch what you bet here on That Betting Show. Oh, yeah, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Raptors, Warriors, Teddy, taking a look right now for some updated lines on SBRodds.com. 2.5s across the board. Seeing some threes creep into here now, Teddy. Total sitting at 211.5. Actually seeing some movement as we go on SBRodds.com. 212.5 showing up on the board here. I can't wait for this. If we take a look at the series prices still, as we know, those Warriors do need to win 2 straight games to claim another NBA championship. They sit at plus 230. The Raptors at minus 286. Game 6 tonight, Teddy. What are we thinking?
Yeah, sure. So, obviously the Warriors coming off a game in which they hit 23 pointers, in which they rallied from behind, and I thought the series was over. I tweeted the series is over and then had to eat crow on Twitter for the rest of the night thereafter. The Warriors came back from the dead, and that doesn't often happen in the NBA Finals. And now they've had a couple of days to think about what happened, to rest up, because if you're asking which of these two teams has less in the tank right now, obviously it's Golden State. You know, there's their 5th straight extended postseason run. They're missing Durant. Looney might play tonight, though. I saw him upgraded to probable after 2 days saying that he's out for the rest of the playoffs. Now he might play. But this is a Golden State team that hit 23 pointers. Teams are 60-11 ATS when they hit 20 or more 3-pointers in the regular season or playoffs. The next game, I was hoping I'd find something. No, it's just 50-50 in the database. There's nothing like a big bet against or a big bet on a team that drained that many threes. But it's a Warriors team that, they've lost twice already at Oracle in this postseason. And it's not to say that they can't lose 3 in a row, but to end this court, last game in San Fran with a loss, the markets aren't expecting that. Certainly you look at Klay Thompson's quote, he knows they're shorthanded. He knows they're banged up. I expect us obviously to come out and play as hard as we can. We're not even thinking about the future. We're just thinking about enjoying this last show at Oracle we're about to give our fans. And I expect our fans to be the loudest they've ever been, especially in the name of Kevin, and bringing his type of spirit he would bring to the fight and the competitiveness. I know our fans will do that because we deserve it, but more importantly, Kevin does for what he gave this team, this organization. There wouldn't be banners if it wasn't for his presence. So we expect our crowd to be loud. I believe that. The crowd will be loud. Whether that's enough for Golden State, I don't think they hit another 23s tonight. They haven't been the better team in this series. And it's a matter of, is Toronto mentally strong enough to overcome their collapse? That, to me, is the handicap. I know what to expect from Golden State. They're going to fight hard. They're not as good as they've been during these recent championship runs. If Toronto brings their A game, they can win. But Toronto has to actually close it out to do that. And you have to worry about the Raptors' mentality. If they have a 5-point lead with 3 minutes left, can they do it? Certainly, their Game 5 collapse will be heavy on their minds if they're in a similar situation at any point tonight or in a potential Game 7.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, we know the 4th game is always the hardest. You're right, that last game at Oracle here. And the fan and me, Teddy, and the fan and a lot of people out here, just give me a Game 7. It's a lot of fun to watch, same as it was last night for the Blues and also the Bruins. We'll keep in mind. We'll get you going. And, hey, look, if we do have another win, tomorrow we'll be able to preview Sunday night's Game 7. How about this one, Teddy? Late night first-place teams trade punches in the state of California. All eyes might be on the NBA Finals game, but you got the Cubs and the Dodgers. Dodgers favored by 167 with a total of 8. It's going to be Lester and Kershaw on the mound out west here, Teddy.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers had been 17-0. In Kershaw's previous 17 starts until his last start at San Francisco. And Kershaw pitched great, but they lost 2-1. The offense wasn't there. And the Dodgers finally lost another 17-1 in Kershaw's last 18 starts. Not a guy that's easy for me to bet against. But we talk about Kershaw and Lester, Kershaw and Lester, Kershaw and Lester. This game's going to be decided by the 2 bullpens. And both bullpens have had issues, big issues. It's Joe Kelly bobblehead night tonight. And Kelly's got a 7.59 ERA. Oops. Dodgers 4.34 ERA from the bullpen, bottom half of the NL. Cubs 4.30 ERA, bottom half of the NL. Dodgers 23 losses this season. 13 of those have bullpen losses. Their starters combined have only lost 10 games. The Cubs obviously just signed Kimbrel, but Kimbrel's not going to be there not till next month. Morrow's still out following elbow surgery, and Strop, is real dicey, especially when you're talking about a lineup of this caliber. So we've seen both bullpens get slapped around of late, and even with these 2 starting pitchers, I don't trust the Pens. I'm looking at this game over the total. We are talking about two pretty darn good lineups.